I am getting sued, yeah.
Not yet, not for now, 2 hours.
Oh. We're gonna do the case in 15 minutes. He called him over.
Yeah, your case.
Yeah, my case.
There's 2 cases.
Yeah. We're doing both.
My lawyer's not present.
And I will do yours in a bit, then, yeah.
Hey, you can always hire Tech if he wins with us.
Fucking way.
No fucking way.
So where's God?
I don't know. He called him over. He should be here any minute now. So. I think the only thing lawyer about Tech though is the suit.
So, Judge, how has your day been?
Not too bad, not too bad. Pretty quiet so far, but so it's about to get interesting shortly.
Okay.
You took money?
Right, see how it is.
It's a donation for the retirement judges fund.
So cool.
If you need to donate more to him, I'll give you some.
So we've got a load of elderly judges living in squalor, so they accept donations to get them rehired.
That's funny. This is funny.
So wait in the lobby.
Oh, Mr. Judge.
Don't like the way.
Mr. Judge. Mr. Judge.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to make a donation as well. Oh, fuck.
User left your channel.
Can you come inside here with me a second? Come over here.
User joined your channel.
Can you just pick up that? I can
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
That's our donation.
So you've just donated to the judge $1 million, have you?
I just gave him a credit card. How do you know how much money's in there?
'Cause I used to work for the Bank of Bornholm.
Well, then you are disclosing, you know, customer confidentiality.
He cannot land at PD. You've got to land in grass.
I can hear it. Oh, there it is. It's carrying something. Fucking hell, he's doing a fucking mumba there. Can I ask a question, officers?
Yes, sir.
Which one of you is the biggest plank in the world? Well, would you like to follow me and I'll show you why you're a plank?
Trying to deflect attention, I think it was filming.
Oh, I didn't even go out that door, so...
See what I mean, look, getting all defensive now.
Fucking
Alright, our client, your other client is here.
Okay, let's go and have a meeting at Donut Shop.
Alright. Eng.
Would you?
I think he's flying the chopper. He's not one of these.
Yeah, he's flying the chopper.
Okay.
He's landing.
We're gonna go have a meeting.
Really?
Do we
Tech
just
is
wait
trying-
outside?
Tech is, I'm going to jail because Tech is my lawyer today.
Should I keep that quiet over here?
Hello, Eng. I'm your legal representation today. Would you like to come over to the donut shop so we can discuss your case?
Yes, sir.
Angie.
We should have stopped for some tuxedos. Dressed nice, or get some polos and khakis going.
Yeah, this is hilarious. I like this.
I get to see one.
Okay, so what went down? What's going on? What am I defending you for?
All right, we had a major issue prior to the events that really come into play. Eng was the chief on duty. I myself was the ranking officer until
Duty.
Hillbilly showed up. I myself was the ranking officer until Hillbilly showed up, but at the same time I was still an integral part of the issue between Born Sniper and Safix, you know, the EMT shooting a cop. And we were handling that internally, you know, through all the basic honest opinions and just not standing around bullshitting. This was an honest, serious issue that we needed to nip in the ass.
Okay.
Basically, to keep the officers from rioting, that was my job, and to keep the EMTs from rioting, that was Eng's job. It was literally pretty tense there for a period. As the events were winding down, we got several 911 calls from Got Flavor because he crashed his helicopter. That's fine. We were also overstressed and overworked as we were. There was 2 EMTs and 2 cops on by that time, Blade Holden and myself. Blade Holden was running around like a chicken with the head cut off in Westport with all the gunfire. Me, myself, was literally, like I said, just finishing up with this major situation. So it took us a while to get out to Got Flavor after he was spamming the 911 system.
Yeah, and I had broken off to talk to Time, who was sick that day, and went to the office to do some paperwork. Apparently I had a bad signal over there. Flat actually came over there to my office, picked me up, and we both went out searching for him.
And when we got out there, we were greeted by a very, very serious. He immediately took a very negative attitude. I said exactly one sentence, and he didn't like my attitude, so he jumped off the water tower.
Okay, what was the one sentence you said?
What the hell are you doing up there? You know, I wasn't being I don't believe, in your professional opinion, Eng, was I being a dick?
At that case, no, because like I said, we were stressed already that day, and we had actually went out there to find him. And as we were searching the area, we actually got out the car for about 5 minutes trying to hunt him down, and got out the car yelling his name, no answer. And again, 5 minutes goes by, and we finally end up finding him on top of the water tower. We were a little frustrated.
Okay, so let me get this straight. There was an incident where a EMT shot a cop. At the same time while you was dealing with that, Got Flavor was spamming 911s. What was he saying in the 911 calls? What was he spamming?
Basically, I crashed my helicopter. I need help. He was also calling CLPD for that, which we can't really do anything if a guy crashes his helicopter.
So was he dead or?
He was not dead.
He ended up dying.
At the first time, he was not dead. I guess he ended up dying somehow.
So, and we don't really know if it was a timeout or whatever. Things were not made clear to us. We got there as quick as we could, Tech. I mean, we were pretty overstressed. As far as the events leading up the rest of the night, he was also the involved in McRainbow's kidnapping. And after the event, I dealt with some very, very negative comments over 311 for at least 30 minutes before I ended up logging off out of frustration just because he's a twat. And I would definitely like nothing more than for you to fry this kid in court. I mean, just freaking, if you vilify him, I will definitely pay your fee, win or lose. If the kid knows that he can't, we are not to be fucked with when we're just trying to do our jobs.
So, from what I understand, he was abusing the 911 system, continuously spamming it. he was. Do we have any proof of him being involved in the kidnapping of Rainbow?
He was one of the victims.
He was
I
being
believe-
kidnapped. Did you say?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Was one of those guys. He was with McRainbow when McRainbow got kidnapped.
Okay. So what is he taking you to court for?
He wants $1 million in damages because we are a corrupt department.
In damages for what?
I have no idea. Loss of his
Okay.
helicopter, I imagine, which he crashed, and
It happened
basically-
way before all the calls.
yeah, and basically just to be a twat, try to hit us in the pocketbook. It's a hard defense. I mean, because there's no proof, and I don't.
It's a hard prosecution as well because he crashed his chopper. He spammed 911. You responded as quickly as you could. When you actually got there, you asked what the hell were you doing up there, and he committed suicide. So I don't see him having a case in any way, shape, or form. To be honest.
He committed suicide, landed right on my feet. I've actually been seeking a psychiatrist to deal with that myself. So.
Yeah, it's emotional damages that I feel that you guys should be getting money off of him for emotional damages rather than him getting anything from you for him crashing his chopper.
I like this pursuit. That's my idea. Is hit him in the
I've-
pocketbook.
Been waiting for this to happen or not happen, and I was gonna put in a countersuit for that. But if
Say we
can do
handle
all
it
in
here
once-
and there, and if Mr. Tech can get it done, I believe that it's going to be worth it.
Oh,
He'll
so
try
win
his
or-
hand
win
at
or lose.
lawyering.
Okay, well, I will be filing a countersuit on him for the emotional damages and the abuse of the 911 system, as he was obviously doing hoax calls as he planned to commit suicide, of which then caused emotional damages for the EMT. Yeah, let's go and see how this pans out. I want to hear what they have to say.
And PTSD for me because I mean it's not cool. I mean I do the best I can. You've seen me in action, sir. I try to be as fair and unbiased as possible with any situation. So
Okay, let's
I enjoy
go
my
and
time on this island.
let's go and take this to court and see where we go. I'd like to see what evidence they have, of course, but yeah.
Yep.
I think we got this wrapped up though, to be honest. See if they search me.
Oh, you think you're gonna win?
'Cause I,
Grumby, do you feel the need to search
there
me?
was a
Well,
shark.
yeah, PD,
Okay.
but everybody else gonna be searched.
Let's put it.
Mr. Tech, you gotta stop.
No.
He's gotta search you.
Stop! You're all getting fucking to death.
There you go.
Oh my god, Slenderman has arrived. Isn't there a warrant out on Slenderman? For killing all those children.
Oh god, I literally was just reading that article.
Marcel, sir,
Oh,
how you doing?
this-
God.
But those like two stupid
how you
Wisconsin
doing, bro?
girls that stabbed their best friend because Slenderman.
By the way,
told them
Tech,
to.
your
What the
Yeah.
fuck is that shit?
one of your bags ended up over there by fire department for some reason.
Yeah, I know. My money should be there now.
it happened,
Officer,
like,
I'd like to
last
report
year.
the Slenderman character. He's been telling little girls to stab each other.
Wow.
That's bad.
It's true. Read about it. Been in the news. I can't believe he's here right now.
OFC, are you involved in any court cases?
Yeah, now you're gonna have to
You
let
wanna
that
help
pepper spray go,
Scrumpy out
man.
on the searching?
Oh, okay.
That's a breath mint.
No. We don't allow pepper spray here.
This is breath mint. Have you smelt his breath? That's a much better smell.
This is in Kangaroo Court. So you wanna put your hands up as well?
Have you been searching
Alright,
again?
Which hand? My right hand? Okay.
Oh really?
You asked me
You
for...
wanna-
Oh, my hands, sir.
You wanna put your hands above your head?
Always entertaining,
Okay.
guys, so.
Hey, Scrumby, you know what's up with that gun?
What gun?
Probably Tex.
What gun, officer?
This gun's right here on the floor.
Don't know what you're on about, officer. I've never seen it. Am I clear?
Alright, I just pick it up for safety.
Whoa.
Oh, we just leave a big fucking honking gun outside, Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
it's
course
fun,
you
too.
fucking pick it up. Okay, so you're gonna go in.
Yeah. This is a badass gun too.
Wait.
Go and
Freeze!
dispose of the gun.
Did anyone see that? Does Slenderman
Huh?
get hair when he
Go
just
and
hands up?
dispose of the gun.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
when you go
dispose of
kill
it?
zombies with weapons,
Yes,
you have to use
sell it
guns.
to the armory
Only in
or
Sin City now.
something.
Can't do it anywhere else.
Alright.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can
Well,
be players
put
in
your-
Sin
put your
User
hands up,
joined
though.
your channel.
Murder free.
We should go hang out there later.
Yeah, we will. That's fun. That's a lot of
If
fun.
there's no death matching, can I shoot an EMT out there?
Actually, yes, you can, but
Yeah,
it's probably a bad idea because then they remember you shot them, and it's called roleplay. So every single fucking run you do from the
Yeah,
single
you're gonna be
area
handing
on
over
will be a
those bear
hospital
traps
run,
as
and
well
they are
if you want to
not
come in there.
They don't have to give
The
you a
what?
ride back to your ship.
The bear traps.
Excuse me, mister, can you leave that in the ground?
I forgot all that stuff.
Nice, Dan. What channel
Those
should we
are
stop in?
dangerous.
Hey, where you going?
Oh, Beatty.
So it's not ever advisable to shoot EMTs.
I wasn't planning on it.
Hey, Flatfoot.
I don't know. I've never been
Yes, sir.
shot there.
Can I go to the jail?
Of course you can arrest them.
Care if I go to the jail quick, Flatfoot?
Please do not detain my lawyer. I need him. All right,
Flat.
down boy, where you at? Where's he at? Down boy. Where's he at? Hey, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Down boy. Down
What?
boy.
What's up?
Down boy.
What's up?
You said you took the pepper spray and ran inside the building.
You more than welcome to search me.
You're fine.
Oh, he dropped it.
He was sitting here patiently waiting. He wanted to get this court. He's my
He
lawyer.
ran. No. We know what happened. Are you just like gonna let it slide there?
I can't because
I don't have any. Look, search me. Where's your evidence, son?
Come on, let's find the pepper spray.
No?
Well, it's not going to be in any of those doors, you plank.
Over here. It's over here.
On the floor in front of me.
It's over here.
That
It's
makes
coming.
the situation go away.
Alright. Alright, I got that on video. Marcel is bribing the judge currently.
It's
And
$1. It's $1.
Well, hold on. Wait. Make sure you video this. Hey, Mr. Judge, sir. Stand right there.
Mr. Tech.
Here, why don't you buy yourself a nice meal?
You're in contempt of court.
I'm not in the contempt of court. You got to be in court to be in contempt, you plank.
Alright, I'm
Contempt
filming
of court.
this.
Contempt of court. Come over.
Tempted contempt, maybe.
There's more bribery going
Come
on.
over. Oh no! Stop.
Tell me to come over here. I'm over here for fuck's sake.
It's not bribery when you're looking out for the well-being
Why
of our fine
did you
judge here
diss
who
the
works really
taser?
hard.
Oh, I told you it was a breath mint. I did explain this
Why
to you
did you
beforehand.
Well, I'm telling you to stop multiple
Because
times.
you robbed me a little while ago and threatened to fucking take me and abuse me outside.
I did no such thing.
She did. You and your little fucking wannabe cop sheriff there.
Why don't you go ahead and pick it up? Because
Yeah,
I
he's gonna make you
couldn't give it
bend
to him.
over to pick up the money he's handing you. Now, if I were to bribe you,
What are you thinking, P? Do you have evidence of him
I would
picking up
just
the
hand you the
taser?
money for
No,
your nice
the.
dinner.
See, look, you don't even know what I did have on me, for fuck's sake. This wouldn't stand up in court.
I don't want anything to do with him.
Like a
Oh,
true
really?
gentleman,
Okay, I
I
see how
would
it is.
hand the money like so.
Be a good
But
boy.
I'm
You
not gonna
see?
do that.
Sorry,
okay?
officer, he's a troll.
I'm not gonna do that.
Right, are we going to get this court case on the go?
Alright. Where the fuck
Hopefully
is he
one
eating
day.
dinner if you're gonna drop a briefcase full of money?
Steakhouses are expensive here.
Oh, Mr. Judge, have you having the court case or I'm going home? I have to pick up my children.
Look,
Sorry, I happen to
Put the shot on the road.
Go do this.
I'll send my friends to pick up your children, Big P, don't worry.
No, thank you.
Somebody's hogging the staircase.
Not my fault I got buns of steel.
It's more like a fat ass.
No, that's buns of steel, mate. I can play bongos on my ass.
Wrong
Not
door.
here.
Come on, do you not even know your own way round your fucking workplace?
Hell no.
I
They
know.
don't pay me enough to.
And I'm meant to represent you, huh?
You
Yeah.
don't sit round here well enough. You should fucking know the building.
there a specific... Wow, taking a rifle into court, huh? That's not intimidating.
I'm not. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, officer, you're not allowed a rifle in here.
I hit it wrongly. They don't disarm us.
Judge, I feel like defendant is intimidating me.
I'm sorry, are you masturbating?
Mr. Judge, where would you like the legal representation to stand?
I'll just call the plaintiff first. You can give side of events and then you can cross-examine if you wish.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh boy, I hope I can
Trying to
make this
rifle
without the
bag it,
bathroom.
wouldn't
Where's
go.
the bathroom
It's
if I
like
need to
CJ.
go?
It's like a teacher's pet sitting in the front.
Excuse me, where's the bathroom in case I need to shit?
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Waiting for Flatfoot to finish his morning yoga and then we'll get the time.
I'm trying to get in the fucking chair. It won't let me get in the chair.
So?
Alright, Judge, calm down.
Yeah, I don't have a menu. There it is. Sorry.
Mr. Gofflaver, would you like to step forward and state your case?
Is anybody representing Got Flavour?
I believe he's representing himself.
Are there any qualified lawyers here? Otherwise, I'm happy to represent myself. I was given short notice, so I was unable to get my lawyer present.
Stand there for me. I'd like to state your case.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jury, audience, plaintiff. I'm here because 3 nights ago, I was left to die under a burning helicopter while our trusted EMTs and police department did nothing to help. And I was not alone that night, and I have evidence that shows so. 3 others, or 3 in total, my apologies, were left to die without EMT's response on 311 or attendance to our needs. This shocked me and really destroyed my trust in our government, the government that I pay so many taxes to, the government that makes it so hard to live where I can't even go buy olives without paying double the price due to these taxes. They pay for what? Clearly not their service to us. If you would require my evidence, I could list it on this board here, otherwise known as TFAR server 2.
Please, yep.
Now, when I originally filed for this civil dispute, there were 2 things that happened to me that night. One, where I had a fatal accident underneath my helicopter with no response. And when I woke in an unknown, mysterious place and called for help 5 times with 5 officers present as well as 2 EMTs, I had still received no response. Secondly, after threatening to commit suicide, the officers finally decided to respond to my needs, seeing that, oh, maybe now that he's threatening suicide, maybe now that this person has expressed so much anger and so much is so upset that he might kill himself, maybe now we should tend to his needs. But when they finally arrived, they were heartless, they were not considerate of my needs, and you can see this near the end of my video of evidence. And ultimately, I felt they were highly condescending, and I jumped from the tower. Luckily, the EMT finally responded at that time and brought me up. And on my police escort home, after all this trauma, I ended up being kidnapped. In a police vehicle, I was kidnapped, where you'd expect we could feel safe. Now, originally, I was going to file against the failed negotiations that lasted an hour and a half that ultimately led to me being shot in the head, and I've received unrepairable brain damage from that. I can no longer move half of my face. Can you see this? Can you imagine living with half of your face not moving? However, I would like to formally drop the second part of the trial, as I understand PD was under a lot of stress during that hostage negotiation. But I am standing firm on my beliefs. They should have responded to me in the 48 to 52 minutes that it took them to respond to my needs, from the helicopter crash to waking up in an unknown place to threatening suicide and ultimately jumping. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to do now is just give Mr. Amasek a few moments just to look over that evidence so we can then ask any questions that he may have.
Judge, there's no need to look over the evidence. I would like to file for the evidence to be completely dismissed, as the evidence is not complete evidence and has been edited. I would also like to ask for it to be dismissed under the grounds of him low flying within city limits, which is against the law.
May I reply to this, Your Honor?
Stop using the radio.
You may well look it over.
If you can see, Armatech, sir, that the helicopter that crashed is nowhere near city limits. In fact, that is on the exterior of Sin City.
Unfortunately, your video doesn't show this. Your video only shows about 10 seconds of the burning wreckage, and then it cuts straight to next to a post office.
And what grounds have you to say that that was in city limits?
What grounds have you to say that it isn't in city limits? You need to prove without reasonable doubt that it wasn't within city limits, as that is the accusation I'm putting against you.
Nevertheless, and I'll stand to it, it is not within city limits. That should not dismiss a case of PD and EMTs failing to respond to a call of duty. Had I
as you have already said to the court, right, just a few seconds ago, that you would like to drop the second part of the case because of the strain the PD were under. Now, the reason they did not respond was because of the strain they were already under.
What strain were they already under?
There were only two EMTs on the line at the time and 2 officers at the time, and they were very strained.
If you look through the evidence, you can see 5 officers were in attendance. That would be Zach, Hillbilly, Blade, Flatfoot, and Leonidas.
At the time of the crash, I believe there wasn't 5 officers online. They came online afterwards.
No, they were actually, that was prior, Mr. Tech.
They were
Hillbilly,
there prior.
oh, wait, let me break this down, Godflavor. Leonidas was not solo cleared and not trained. All right?
Yes.
So that's -1. McRainbow, when he signed on, as we know the situation behind him, he was not counted as an officer.
Yes.
At the time, we considered him an officer at the time of your kidnapping, as you say, undue stress. Now, sorry, Mr. Tech. Hillbilly was taking care of a stressful situation I was part of. So me and him were effectively out of situation. What does that leave for officers?
That would leave Blade and Zachary.
Zachary wasn't here. He was AFK. Doing paperwork for an arrest. So what does that leave for officers?
That leaves Hillbilly.
No, Hillbilly was taking care of a
Blade,
very...
That leaves
it leaves
Blade.
1.
However, as you can see, there was no response for over 30 minutes to any of my calls, and the one response I did receive
User left your channel.
had no reassurance that PD or EMTs were even attempting to be on their way, and they did not arrive.
Mr. Tech,
until I
yours.
threatened to commit suicide.
Okay, so explain to me why you decided to commit suicide in front of an officer that did arrive. So that's going to make the officers believe that if they had arrived in the first place, you were still going to kill yourself. The officer approached you with the words of, "What the hell are you doing up there?" At that point, you then jumped and landed at the feet of the EMT NJ, of which has caused him a lot of emotional distress.
The judge is welcome to watch the video itself. That is near the very end. That is not how it went down. That is not what occurred when they arrived. When they arrived, they did ask what the hell I was doing up there. I did not immediately jump. I explained what was happening that day, how I had not been responded to or even notified of. How can we know without being talked to? I could not have been aware that PD was preoccupied. I could not have been aware that EMTs were preoccupied because no one told me.
Okay, so what case do you have? That's the question I have for you. What case do you have? Considering you were not aware, how does that make them neglectful?
PD and EMTs have an obligation to respond to a call.
And they did perform that. They responded to your call in a timely manner where they could actually manage to respond. Okay, but that was how they were under strain. As we've just demonstrated, there was only 1 officer available at the time. So that's them under strain. You've just said that how they're supposed to respond in a timely manner. So if that was a timely manner. That was the first opportunity they could get to respond to you.
As we've already agreed, there was one officer that was not preoccupied at the time. Yet this officer failed to 311 that he was too busy. There was a lot of strain. I know this because Cisco, as well as Divine Venom and myself, all three of us were left to die. Two of them were at Sin City. You can see their chat messages. Were left to die.
Officer Flatfoot, I would like to call you up for a second, please.
Yes, sir.
Take a seat for a moment for me, Mr. Goffler.
Could you please...
You may have a seat, sir.
No need for that. Could you explain why the one officer did not respond in a timely manner?
Blade Holden was effectively running in 4 places at once. He was going as fast as he could, responding to gunshot calls, multiple gunshot calls in and around the Westport, and crap, where's the other area? I can't remember offhand, but he was extremely busy, as well as I believe Mr. Enge can confirm time was an EMT on, and effectively trying to back up and revive some of those suspects. I mean, close and quick. Enge and myself were basically stuck dealing with the severe, unordinary situation of an EMT officer and a PD officer conflict. We were basically keeping our departments from rioting against each other.
Okay, so essentially all officers were busy at the time, and as soon as they had an opportunity to communicate, they did. And then he commits suicide.
Your Honor, may I rise?
In my 2 years of time as an officer, I have never
User
been
left your
busier.
channel.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, alright, Flatfoot, you can take a seat again.
I have seen some bank robberies, hostage scenarios, many of them.
Hold on, dude. Go back up there, Flatfoot. He wants to cross-reference.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with any of them.
No, I've seen many of these scenarios where PD promptly and efficiently responds with a 311 saying, "Helis, back off, no civs in the area," etc., even when under fire. Yet that could not have occurred this one day when 3 people were dying without anyone responding.
You have no idea, sir, on the severity of the situation we were dealing with. It was actually really inordinary and actually could have been handled outside of game, but we chose to handle it inside game.
That does not negate the treatment of civilians that day.
Treatment of civilians, how? I mean, we're doing the best we can with
lack
what we got,
of
sir.
treatment, I should say, of civilians that day.
Okay, that's your opinion, sir. I'm going to hold to my opinion. So that is definitely based on conjecture. That is your opinion, and you're entitled to that, sir, and I apologize for that. I am doing the best I can when I'm on to enjoy this game just as much as you try to enjoy it yourself, sir. And we're doing the best we can, and that Friday was probably the most unenjoyable day I've ever had since I've been back. Tech, can you quote what I said my words were to you the next morning? You remember, I don't believe I've ever said that. It was complete and utter bullshit, right?
It was, if I remember correctly, it was a complete fuckfest, and it was just become unenjoyable.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
So that was my opinion of that night.
I understand this. I'm sorry you had that night. However,
you sir played a huge part in it.
As did EMT and PD on the part of my night, as well as 2 other civilians. I rest my case.
Is the EMT present that was there at the time of the incident in the courtroom today?
NJ, would you like to step up if you're here?
Then you gotta crouch flat.
What's that?
Would you like to step up?
Look at the seat. You should
Okay.
be able to get it.
Yes, I would.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it.
You're on it.
Oh, actually.
Okay, would you
give us your side of events, please, Mr. NJ?
NJ, I think you're on Whisper.
Yeah, you're on Whisper, NJ.
Speak up a bit.
Apologize. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I just got home from my first job, and was receiving text messages from some of my guys, CJ, Marcel, a few guys I may my seniors and station managers trying to let me know what was going on, and apparently something hectic was going on. So I get my house, I drive to my office, and start finding more details. That apparently one of my EMTs has shot at a police officer and was fearful, of course, rioting, as Flatfoot said, also on both ends, and we didn't want that. So I quickly went over to the police department, and that's when I got a hold of Flatfoot and also Hillbilly, and got a little more details on the whole situation. Some time went by there, and then after that was done, I ended up going back to the fire department, to my office. It's a little bit out of the city, so my cell phone's a little off. The signal's not that good. Working on paperwork and trying to figure out what needed to be done. So at that point, of course, I had missed a lot of the calls. Now, I only do recollect only hearing and seeing one 911 call, and I may be wrong, but that's what I remember. And time was a little sick that day, so I told him to go ahead and take off because he couldn't take care of himself, let alone anyone else that day. And at that one point in time, Flatfoot actually came down and to the fire department and picked me up, and then we went looking for gut flavor. At this point, this was the time that I actually found out what was going on with gut flavor. By the time we got to the location where he was supposedly at, we were there for about a few minutes, driving around the area, got out a few times. At this point, I'm thinking someone's probably going to kill himself, and I was getting a little stressed, added to my already stressful moment I had. And through about 5 minutes, we finally find him. We start talking to him a little bit. And then he ends up committing suicide. Committed suicide by jumping. And
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay.
NJ. Thankfully, you were there at that moment in need, and you did bring me up, and I do appreciate that. And I thank you that I am still here.
Your Honour, may I approach the bench?
There you mate.
I understand that we're allowed to file countersuits, and I would like to file a countersuit on Got Flavour for emotional damages and the cause of PTSD on the officer.
Okay, I'll make a note of that, and we shall deal with that after this case. Mr. Got Flavour, do you have any questions for Mr. NJ?
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
NJ, I'm sorry, did you have a chance to finish what you're saying before I proceed?
Yeah, basically, you jumped, landed at my feet, and then I got you back up, and then from that's where we split ways. As far as whatever happened after that point, I don't know many details.
All right, couple things. First, it was stated earlier that PD, some individuals, were preoccupied doing paperwork. Now I have a couple questions I would like to direct at Flatfoot. Flatfoot, is it not true that citizens are the priority of PD? You are there to serve citizens. Is this true?
Yes, and that involves the paperwork and the fair processing of situations.
Now, given the opportunity to finish filing paperwork, or save a life of a civilian, which would you choose?
To be perfectly honest with you, sir, with your 911 call, it was a crash, which, I'm sorry, I have to prioritize the criminal acts before a crash.
And can I interject on that? Because you were already dead, sir, so saving the life wasn't a case. You were already dead and burning.
I was not already dead. 15 minutes later, I thought I had died, only to wake up in an unfamiliar place with no medical attention, where I proceeded to call 5 times, that is in the evidence, without any response, until my suicide threats went through.
So not only that, but you also were abusing the emergency helpline.
I was not, because I had not received a 311 response acknowledging my call.
Okay, but you spammed it 5 times, sir.
Over the course of an hour, yes.
I would see that as spamming, sir.
I would
But
not
I
see
do
that
not
as
believe.
spamming.
I
I
do
would
not
see
believe.
that as
Can I
trying to
interject
get
now?
an acknowledgement of my distress.
May I ask a question? I do not believe it was an hour, Paul, because from the time that 311 stated in, we were dealing with the end of the situation, and it was a solid 30 minutes tops. Tops, sir.
You're correct. It's not an entire hour.
And may I interject as well as a note that your video is 13 minutes long.
Yes, the video is edited to remove substantial amount of time that it would have taken. What was included in the video was every 311 and 911 call.
So again, I would like to move for the video to be completely removed from evidence, as it is a edited and could be manipulated video.
On that, aside from editing, you can see the start and response times from when I was first in distress and from when I was first tended to by PD. Cannot remove that from the evidence because that is clear.
Well, that's up to the judge to decide.
I'm going to remove the evidence. As I say, it's the same for all parties. All evidence must be true and unedited from start to finish.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, sir?
All evidence must be unedited from start to finish, and as for your own admittance, and you can clearly see it is edited. So that will be dismissed. But what we're going to do now is I'd like you to give your closing statements, and then Mr. Armitek can do his.
Okay, NJ, you can take a seat again.
Shall I start with my closing statement?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
On what I had hoped would be another normal afternoon in Denmark, I found myself under the burning wreck of a helicopter. Despite my calls for distress and the comfort of a friend who had also called, I received no attention and no response. PD, despite my evidence being thrown out, has acknowledged that there was no response and has stated their reason as being they were preoccupied with paperwork as well as a case involving an EMT shooting PD. A case that was an external affair that should not have been dealt with while there were civilians at risk or even during the waking hours of our beloved city and island. I was not tended to, and only with the threat of suicide had anyone arrived. Armitek expressed concerns over the traumatic experience that his EMT experienced that night, witnessing my jump from a tower. However, has expressed little remorse to my mental state as I was pushed through traumatic experience after traumatic experience to the point of wanting to end my own life and jumping from that tower. That is the reason I'm here, because of the post-traumatic stress and the lack of trust I've developed for our PD and our EMTs. I would also like to say that EMTs are well aware, as well as PD, of the responsibilities in becoming police and are well aware that they may be subjected to traumatic experiences. The fact that one may have been caused by myself should not be taken into account. This experience has been highly stressful for me. This experience has caused me a lot of harm, has caused my family a lot of hardship. And I would like my compensation for the therapy that I must now endure and for the physical therapy I'm going through to attempt to regain movement of the right side of my face.
Has he made any contact to the EMT for any of this therapy?
Negative.
Okay.
EMTs are emergency response personnel, sir. They are not the therapy.
They're emergency medical service, actually. But anyway, let's leave that for my closing statement.
I'm saying what they are. They are emergency My long years of therapy ahead are not emergency treatment, sir. I rest my case.
Hurry up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I would like to bring to the attention of Mr. Gottflaver's inability to fly an air vehicle. He crashed his own vehicle, causing his own damage and injuries. The officers at the time were preoccupied with other duties, i.e. paperwork and attending to internal affairs. They were not available at the time to respond in a timely manner. As soon as they were available to respond in a timely manner, they responded. They were then met with conflict and suicide threats. When they arrived at the scene, the suspect or the person committing the suicide announced to them that he was going to jump and committed suicide right in front of them, not give them any chance whatsoever to rectify the situation, offer compensation for the delayed. It's on your video. It's been dismissed, but no, it's been dismissed. It has been dismissed. So you've got to prove evidence otherwise. You have to provide evidence to the contrary. You haven't provided that.
Evidence, sir.
That's
closing statements, not a Q&A.
So yeah. Anyway, so basically, I would like the jury to find in favour of the EMT and PD service, as they do their job as best as they possibly can with the staff they have on at the time of the day when this event happened. I would like to move forward with the claim of post-traumatic stress not on Gottflaver, but in fact on the EMTs and PD arriving at the scene. I would also like to bring to the account that Gottflaver's claim that the EMTs and PD were deliberately trying to ignore his calls were defunct due to the fact of that is not within their work remit, and they are here to serve and protect, not to ignore and neglect. Sorry. And that's pretty much my ending statement, to be honest. I don't see there being any case, but it's up to you, Judge.
Okay, what I'll do now, gentlemen, is I'm just going to deliberate for a few minutes and I shall come back with a decision. If Mr. Gottflaver can remain in the courtroom just while I will deliberate.
May the jury ask a couple questions? Just oh, I guess there is no jury. Never mind.
Let me over that.
He's Judge Dredd, that one.
Ossifers, I need some water. Where's my breakfast?
NJ, do you know I told you about your pepper spray and using it for breath mint? I think you really need to, man. I can smell it from behind you. That must be some bad breath you got going on there.
Yeah, a little bit out of halitosis. Trying to get that taken care
of.
As I get my pepper spray back.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem.
No, look at Marcel. He's like leaning back in his chair.
Here you go. I got something for you that'll help with that breath.
I'm gonna take a little stretch if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, same.
There you go.
Ooh. Oh my god.
The funny thing is that probably would be an improvement, CJ.
Somebody just defecate in the courtroom.
Yes, somebody defecated in the courtroom.
Donut. I take that.
You feeling alright,
That-
man?
I appreciate it.
Somebody get this man some water. He's not well.
Is that NJ just defecated? It looks like he just puked that. Oh god.
What the hell? Oh shit.
It's coming out all ends on this guy. Get this man help. We got a room full of EMTs.
All rise, judges in attendance.
Whoever's took a shit on my courtroom better be picking that up unless they're held in contempt.
Sorry. I can't control my bowels ever since that.
Will you all be seated, please? I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Really need to move this sit down option a little bit higher so you don't have to fucking duck.
At least they're comfortable chairs. My
I don't know.
hasn't been done yet.
I was about to say, I don't know how yours is. I put pins in it before you arrived.
Marcel looks comfortable.
Yeah, comfy ass chair. Didn't even take a nap.
Well, the judges be right back.
Oh my god, true saint, what is...
A little skinny today.
Smelling people pee.
I need to fix these painkillers so it actually fixes you up a little bit.
Ooh.
I'm back. Mr. Gofflaver, just a few issues, obviously, with this case that I'm having. Looking over the evidence that you first give, obviously, you were flying low in city limits, so that's your own responsibility due to pilot negligence.
That was not within city limits, but yes, continue.
Can I just interject there, Judge?
But apart from that,
Can I interject, Judge?
you exiting the emergency call system, so you didn't actually call the MT. That's why they didn't receive your death call. You've hit escape on the menu. And as for the not responding to your calls, you are an adult. EMTs can't be responsible for your mental issues, which you obviously have. So I'm going to be recommending that you do go for an assessment, because you seem to be having, suicidal issues. Well, as for the compensation for Mr. NJ, the counterclaim, I'm not going to be approving that, as it's part of the service as an EMT to expect, to attend that type of scene.
Understand.
I'll drop my fee a little bit, NJ, don't worry.
It's all good.
Judge, you okay? Has someone spiked your drink?
Yeah. Judge, you okay?
Judge?
Do you need a glass of water? I think he's having a stroke.
He looks oh shit.
Can we get an EMT over here?
Paul, can you raise both arms equally, please?
Somebody's off the judge.
Judge, are you okay?
Cause Flavor, you mind taking a seat?
Yes, sorry, sir.
He looks like he's gonna pass out.
Judge, are you okay? Do you need some water? A cigarette? A bottle of Jack? Judge? Hello?
Judge.
Maybe slap him in the face so he can wake up.
Sit down.
Yes, Officer Abuser.
Sorry about that, folks. I suffer from narcolepsy now and again.
Oh, okay. Just make sure you're okay.
Welcome back.
As I say, Mr. Gofflaver, I am going to be recommending you be detained for a medical assessment after this trial's finished, due to your suicidal tendencies and seem to be passing out as well at the moment.
Yeah, I've been passing out ever since the trauma from the helicopter.
You can't claim that EMC is not responding to your calls when you are part of the problem for overstretch in the first place. You are a grown man and they can't be responsible for your mental issues. As I said, with your first heli crash, you actually closed out the emergency call system. You didn't actually call an EMT. That's why none arrived. So again,
excuse me, sir, if I may interject, you yourself throughout the evidence saying you're not going to use it. If you're going to use that evidence, you have to use all of it.
Well, all emergency calls are logged, and you did not.
Yes, all emergency calls were logged. You will see many other calls.
I'm saying your actual first call for the heli crash was not logged. You didn't actually call. You closed out the emergency call menu.
Sorry, sir, can I uncap you?
I believe, to my knowledge, I had clicked send on the call. However, if you are checking your RPT file for evidence in the call logs,
I'm not checking the RPT file. It's clear in the video. You actually close it out before you actually hit call.
And it will also be clear that there were multiple other 911 calls.
Help! I'm in a chair. Someone call a scientist.
So anyway, in closing, your compensation claim has been denied, and so you will be detained for a mental assessment. Okay, court is
Need
dismissed.
a
gentlemen.
scientist. What the fuck you do to me, Big P?
I don't know, I can cuff you. I'm trying.
Is court out of session now, Judge?
Court is dismissed.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming. Have a good day.
Is it a matter of your fee, sir?
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. We can go and have a little chat.
Sir, I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Are you threatening a court justice officer?
Mr. Flatfoot, would you please search this man to see if he has 6 cow traps?
I cannot because he is my representative.
To get out?
I don't want to press
Thank
charges.
you.
I just want property back.
What property?
Can you guys please unblock the door?
Can you let us settle our fee?
Look, he's got. Look, they're in his hand.
Can you guys get off the fucking door? Now you guys heard.
Handling things online that should have been handled offline.
Come on, £10 exit fee.
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright, sir, we're gonna put you on a holding cell to the end.
Actually, I'm gonna break.
Can you stop running, please? I'm lagging out. Sorry, this is out RP, but I'm lagging out. Just stop for one
Can I
moment.
talk to you outside real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, the offline thing is out of the window now. It doesn't happen anymore. So you may see several officers in, but they're actually handling something online. We are moving online rather than offline. That needs to go by the wayside. Shit is going to get handled in-game whenever possible.
Yeah.
Is this the proper treatment?
Only
even just in game doing paperwork, they're in game. Yeah.
That was weird. Did you just see that? Got Flavour just teleported back up here in front of that chair and then vanished again.
I did see that. What happened there?
NJ.
No idea. He just popped up and disappeared.
That's like decent
Can I
if
talk
they're
to you real
releasing.
quick outside?
Okay, I lagged
One
out.
second, I gotta clear some stuff up with my lawyer real quickly.
Yeah, we gotta
Alright.
have a meeting. Well, let's go in here.
One
Was that absolutely necessary to put me in cuffs? I believe I could have walked down here myself.
Like evidence of picked up.
Oh, alright.
So I don't know.
It's not my door to
Well, you're not namely in the original code stuff.
Yeah.
At last.
Change to Whisper, boys.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, now I need to rebind my bloody key.
That was a nice job there, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
Oh, that was awesome.
I disagree. I fucking stumbled and started all over the fucking place.
No, dude, it was good. It was good. I like
That was very good.
Hang on, just setting my speaking volume. Yeah. Don't worry about the fee.
Oh, I gotta pay you something, dude.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. It was fun.
I'll give you $250,000. I mean, that was definitely well worth it.
I enjoyed it. It was actually quite. It was. I'm sweating a bit.
You should do that more often. You did good.
See, that was worth $250,000 to me, so I'm gonna pay you $250,000. So, I mean, that was
great.
actually
Same here as
I
well.
don't have a lot.
Downstairs.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
Well, is there anything I could have improved on? Do you think, or?
No, you were very, very, very commanding of the situation. You didn't come across as intimidated. That's the biggest thing.
That was really good considering like no one had like real solid evidence.
Well, as soon as I saw that video, I knew we would win because he edited the video, which is against the fucking courtroom rules.
Yes.
No matter what, even if he had fucking the biggest spill ever, that would have always been thrown out. So yeah.
Yes. I just wish our countersuit would have gotten.
What?
Yeah, but if you think about it, he's getting medical treatment for it. So if you look at it in a role-play perspective, it's good that he's going to get some more treatment out of it.
Yeah, it's just very negative situation dealing with that kid. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But oh well, a very good job, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll wire you $250,000.
Cool.
And ditto. Appreciate it, Tech. Thank you.
What's going on? Hang on. Why's an officer running around with a taser in his hand?
What the fuck? It's ships walking all around PD. No one's controlling them. There's not enough cops.
Okay, are we having your court date right now then?
Going on?
Big P.
You're on Whisper, remember?
Well, we should just wait here.
Yeah, we're having another court date, so they're kind of just supposed to be walking around.
Or maybe we need to go and tell Big P before he starts shooting people. Do you want to shut this door, Enjo, when you get out, mate?
Yeah.
I'm at Tech. You can also represent me against Big P if you want.
I think Big P wants me to represent him.
Okay.
Represent both, but I won't be fair.
Mr. Big P, settle down, dude. We'll get everybody corralled back in for your court date.
What's that?
Let's go downstairs.
Mr. Tech is going
Alright,
to
I'll
represent
follow
you,
you.
I'm assuming?
Who? Nah.
You don't want him to represent
I
you?
don't think so.
Quick, run.
Who is representing?
Tech is?
Representing yourself.
Tech's going to represent you. He said
User disconnected from your channel.
I hide down here, you see, because that other dude wants me to represent him, but I really don't want to represent anyone. You right there, Fancy?
There's more court cases going on?
I believe there's going to be another court case, Big P versus the Eagle Eye or whatever it is. Just wait out there and eventually they'll let you know on side chat and stuff. I'm just waiting to get paid my million.
Yo, you're a fucking good lawyer, man.
That's the first time I've ever done it, ever. I was literally told 15 minutes ago to do it.
Best roleplay I've seen in the CL3 so far. We had some good roleplay in CL2 for sure.
Yeah, the whole point of the court system is just to get rid of the trolling and being a dick on the forums and 100,000 police complaints for nothing, where we can just turn it into RP.
Yeah. Honestly though, man, I've been like off and on playing this for 3 years and I've never fucking filed anything on the forum.
Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? You got some people that get butthurt when they lose, even though they're blatantly in the fucking wrong. It's just that's what happens, man.
Is Paul going to hear Big P's case right now?
I don't know. I really don't know. Big P said he didn't want me, and then I thought, well.
No, he's going to have you.
He's
senile. You know that. He's senile.
Yeah, he gave me the flake.
No, you're gonna represent him. So.
Okay.
You did a fine job, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
Yeah, no,
you should look into that as a career.
I should turn the next page. Dude, honestly, I've got fucking a whole notepad page of notes.
Dude, that was just awesome. I mean, that was true lawyering if I've ever seen it.
Oh, apparently the judge has had a stroke.
But I thought you fucked yourself at the one point when you're like, well, you know, we were handling stuff offline.
We are.
Online that we should have handled offline. I was like,
well,
oh my god. I was typing.
I said used to. No, we were handling stuff online that we used to handle offline, is my exact words. And the reason why is because that used to be done offline, but the problem is people see 50 cops, not a single one on the server. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. We have to balance our job, but at the same time, when we're limited in the amount of people that are actually on and doing their job,
the one thing
we're flat limited.
And I guess it's a good thing Armitex here, everything. But like in CL2, you guys kind of needed the civs, right? Like we gave you guys bread and the old stock system and all that. And then I realize now that the new stock system, and I guess people used to buy bread from the gas station and sell it for a higher price.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still got to be another way that, like, other than, you know, just getting stock.
Well, you can go to the stock at the port and fill a whole car up with stock and then go and deliver it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I miss doing the things like the bread and stuff was needed. There was like that symbiotic relationship kind of thing going on. It doesn't seem like as much anymore.
Well, it's because most people don't bother doing it. If you want to RP going and filling up your truck, come into PD. It's recently been changed so civs can refill all PD shops with stock. So there is the opportunity there, it's just no one bothers to do it. I feel it's a lot better than what it was in CL2. At least now you've got an option to actually stock it up, and the fuel stock's different, and then you have to go to petroleum to get the petroleum, and yada yada.
I missed the oil rig.
We've been speaking to, I can't remember his name, but he's like a really prolific armor modder, who's actually building an oil rig, and he said once he's finished we can use it. So we're gonna probably put that in on the new island, because we're actually working on a whole new island from scratch.
I've lost so much shit at that island.
But yeah, there's definitely improvements on the horizon. It's onwards and upwards and all that.
So do you remember that when I used to like run 2 MI8s on the oil rig? I'd fly them back and forth to market.
User left your channel.
There was quite a few people do that. Do you know what? I can't actually see your name, and I don't recognise your name. Couch?
Yeah, Couch. Yeah.
Don't remember you, man. Sorry.
We're on the ground level, but there's going to be.
Wait until I see your name, and then I'll be able to do it. Flatfoot, open this door so I can visually see his name.
Are you coming to watch?
Yeah, I would like to come to watch. Also, Armatech, we need a handshake animation so I can shake your hand, sir. That is.
You can shake that if you want.
I've been on for like 5 hours, so it's taking too long.
Oh, you know, I prefer oral.
I recognise you. I recognise your name now, mate. Now I recognise it. Sorry, my brain works differently than most people. Visual representation helps me remember.
Narcolepsy again on the course. It's just because I've got my nephew over, so.
Dyslexic and all that shit.
What?
You're not bothering to do your court case, then, P?
Hmm?
Are you too tired, or?
No, if you do it, do it. But I
Yeah,
have to go. I have to go and walk the dog, and a lot of more shit that I don't do in waiting, and it's just dragging too long right now.
Yeah, it's just 'cause I've got my nephew over, man, so I keep off the fucking running and out. What do you want to do it now?
Just gonna do it quick.
Yeah, do it quick. Let's go. Everybody up to the
P, can I have a quick word with you, as I've got to represent, let these guys carry on?
Alright, let's go, guys.
Behind you. One other question. Why were those guys not searched that re-entered through the gate?
I don't know.
So what's the deal?
Part of the case.
What's the deal, mate?
No, the deal is they were like fucking around, shooting and then hiding the weapons to troll the cops a little bit. So the cops handcuffed them. I saw that the cops will be probably, they probably, get shot or something. So me and Scramby went there and took all 3 of them. We took them. Then I never drove the car. Scramby drove the car. It was Scramby's car. He put them in the crusher and they got crashed. I never put them in there and never activated the machine. The machine activated itself. If they have video, you will see I was inside the machine myself. Then, again, I didn't drive them to the checkpoint that they say that I took them. But I was with them in the car. Went there, then another officer started hitting him with a dildo.
Who was the other officer?
Yeah, another officer, not me.
Yeah, who was he? What's the other officer? He's not named.
He's not named on the case. The only person who's been taken to court is myself. And so then I got a plastic toy knife. I have it here with me, so I can show to the court that it doesn't matter how many times I stab someone with it. It's fake, it's a toy, so it doesn't hurt anyone. What else? Yeah, and then he ended up dying because someone dressing like EMT took a blade chainsaw and cut his head off. He died. So it's not my fault that I was there, but I didn't.
I can get some food, right?
I can actually give you.
Okay, so
for $1 million.
So let me get this straight. So 3 suspects. Hang on one sec.
I'll shut up in court as well.
That'd be nice. You will be held.
So 3 suspects were shooting and hiding their weapons in order to entice a police response. When you turn up, a second officer, Officer Scrumby, took the 3 suspects to the repo lot car crusher.
No, me and Scrumby show up to the scene. we saw the guys there. They told us that they got robbed, and be like, okay, no problems. So we left, and was another 3 CLPD officers. Me and Scramby are from the sheriff department. So there's another 3 officers, 3 CLPD officers show on scene. We left. New shots got fired in the area. We went back, and 3 suspects were handcuffed in the ground. We heard rumors that they were trolling the PD to get them shot, so we took them in. I put them inside Sheriff Scramby's car, and then we drove to how you call it, the car cruncher. But
The
I
car
didn't drive
crusher.
The car crusher. Yeah, I didn't drive the car. I don't own the car. I didn't activate the machine.
Was you
I put
aware?
myself inside the machine too.
Was you aware of where the officer was going to be actually taking you with the suspects in the back, and was you aware of what he was planning to do to them?
No idea.
You had no idea whatsoever, so you had absolutely no knowledge. It was not spoken that that's what was going down. It was not side chatted.
It was maybe something talk about it, but I thought it was a joke. I never thought it really would happen. So when we got there, actually, you will see, if they have any video evidence, you will see that I jump out of the car immediately as soon as we got there.
Okay, so basically, 3 suspects were shooting and hiding their weapons. You turn up to the scene. They get put in the back of Scrumby's car. Scrumby jokes to you about taking them to the car crusher. When you arrive at the car crusher, realising that Scrumby wasn't joking, you said you've got nothing to do with this and jumped out of it, and at that point called in for backup. Your backup didn't arrive, and Scrumby ended up killing them. When they were then brought back out of the crusher, an officer, I'm guessing was Scrumby again, was hitting the officer with the suspects with a dildo. This didn't kill them. You then came over and got out a plastic toy knife, which cannot injure or kill anybody in any way, shape or form. At that point, an EMT come over and made an incision, which ended up with their demise and their death. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, the EMT decided to pull out a chainsaw.
Okay. Do you have a name for this EMT?
I have no idea. He was wearing a mask, so I cannot recognize him.
Okay, alright, that should be enough. And depending on what their evidence is, I don't think they've really got a case, to be honest.
Right.
Now it's a matter of a fee.
What?
Now the matter of a fee, how much am I getting for this case?
I don't know.
250?
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. What's your price?
250 is what I got paid for the last case.
How much? 250?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 1 sec. I see 250 right now.
No, wait. If only on the win. It's no win, no fee.
Okay, no problem.
We're still waiting for Big P.
We're on way. We're on way.
I know it's been a while, man. They haven't let you have the conjugals, so I'm taking the opportunity.
Hey. Officer, assault.
I know.
I'm actually talking about the guy getting
Flavor, sir. Please have a seat.
Judge, this is legal representation. Oh bollocks! This is Armatek. I'm here to represent Big P. I can't fucking speak.
Armatek, may you
User
present
left your channel.
credentials as a lawyer?
No, you can't.
Got Flavor, sir. Have a seat.
Mr. Eagle Eye would like to step forward and state your case, please.
Okay. So, I just need to tell what happened, right? I'm still pretty shocked. Like 2 days ago, me and my friends who were like Gogo or Bogo and Cookie Demon, we were ghost busting near Club 7 in Westport, when apparently a ghost scared my buddy off and he shot one shot in the air. And then the cops came and he got arrested, and apparently he got an illegal weapon on him, but they arrested us all 3. Then they put us in a row and used us as toys, which I have my first evidence here. I'll put it on the board.
Can I object a second? I mean, you're referring yourself as they,
same,
but
Mr. Big
in the
P,
case
yeah.
against me.
It's a case against you and the CLPD.
No, no,
Case
I can't
the
say it's against
I've
me.
the paperwork I have here states it's against Big P only. It's not against the CLPD as a whole.
This case is just for Big P. You're not
You were
named
involved
the,
as well, Big P. But okay, let's go further on to what happened next. Okay, so we got placed into the car of Mr. Big P here, and he drove us towards, instead of driving us towards the police department HQ or anywhere else, he can like investigate what happened. He drove us to the car crutch.
Objection.
Go ahead.
Can you please state how it was Big P driving the vehicle when it was another officer's vehicle?
It was Big P driving the vehicle.
Have you got proof that it was Big P driving the vehicle?
I don't have state proof that it was his vehicle, but I know he was driving it. I've got witnesses, but they can't.
Oh, your witnesses here at court today.
I'm going to dismiss the fact that Big P was driving the
I need
vehicle.
to have my
You've got no evidence of that, but you just carry on.
Okay. So basically, when we arrived at the car crutch, he put the car in, he left the car, and he led the car crutch with us inside it. Now, because of that, I needed to get 2 plastic legs. I also have evidence of that.
Seems to work very good.
We'll leave that for the closing statement, P. Just address when addressed, mate.
Or any, mobile phone footage, anything like that?
There you go. Here's like when I got the legs from the surgeon.
May I interject really fast, Eagle? You were sending the
Yeah.
evidence to me, not everyone.
Oh, wait.
And the evidence you've provided is a screenshot of 3 civilians and an officer with his back to you. How is that how is that identifying?
Because they were playing with us, they were putting us in a row, and then they just left us there for 5 minutes.
Well, I can still see an officer there. I don't see anyone leaving you there.
They were actually leaving us and just playing around with us, putting us in rows, etc., etc. Okay, so now I've got these plastic legs. It just got confirmed by that EMT right there. And I'm not making this up. Like, do you want to make up that you have plastic legs for just a court case?
When did this happen? When was the incident happen?
It happened 2 days ago.
Well, that's a really quick time to get a plexiglass leg.
No, it's not. Like...
Can you lift up your trouser leg, sir?
Yeah.
That's a human leg.
Mr. Eagle has
It's not.
It's plastic. We'll call an EMT as a witness who's done the medical assessment.
You have an EMT in the courtroom today, Judge?
Yeah, I've instructed the EMT to perform a medical assessment pre-trial, so once Mr. Eagle's finished with his opening statements, the EMT can step forward.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Sorry, Judge.
Okay, so after we went to the car crusher, they put us in the car again. After EMT.
Objection! You said they again. It's Big P you're taking to court.
P. Yeah, it was Big P, but he was together with Scrumby.
You're not taking Scrumby to court. Please, can the court dismiss that?
Okay.
I'm going to dismiss the use of Scrumby's name as he's not named in the case.
Okay, man. Okay, so Big P, he put us in the car again. He drove us towards a police checkpoint where I got stabbed to death with knives again. After that, I just left the scene and went fleeing for my life. You know, I want some compensation for this. I also asked it when we were at the scene, but right now my life is ruined. I can't do shit anymore. You know.
Mr. Ramatek, have you got any questions for Mr. Eagle?
Yeah, I've got a few questions actually. The most important ones of it is the fact that I have read Officer Big P's notebook, of which he states in his notebooks 3 suspects were shooting then hiding their weapons in order to grab PD attention. When PD then turned up, a second officer, who is not mentioned in this case, drove them to the crusher. At the point when they were driving to the crusher, the second officer made a joke that that's what he was going to do. At this point, Officer Big P denied having any knowledge of this and got out of the vehicle when he arrived at the crusher and stood back while he was waiting for other officers to back him up.
So basically, you're saying he was joking with our lives?
I'm saying that the second officer was. Now, this court isn't about the second officer. This court case is against Big P. You have brought a court case against Big P and not the second officer.
Right.
And can I carry on with my opening statement?
Yeah, you may carry on with your question. Innit?
At this point, according to the notebook, the second officer was hitting you with a big purple dildo.
Yep.
Officer Big P admits to using a plastic toy knife in order to intimidate you in a way to stop you from screaming and shouting at the time, but he did not kill you. The person that killed you, according to the notebook, was an EMT when he incised your, he made an incision on your main artery, of which you then bled to death. And that is the end of my opening statement. It's a close and cut case. The officer that's been brought to court isn't involved in any of the incidents you're claiming.
So you're saying that
Silent at the back, please.
So you're saying that a police officer can trap people, or like can use a plastic knife on people?
I'm saying that he has admitted to using a plastic non-lethal knife on you. I am admitting that that is what he said, but he did not make any incision of which killed you. That was an EMT, which is unnamed because he had a mask on.
I have bring the knife with me today. I can prove here that I can stab you 100 times and nothing will happen to you. Or you can have the knife and you can stab me if you want to.
But why did he have a plastic knife on you? It's not a government equipment, or...
You have lunch. You eat.
A toy.
And you have a lunch and you eat.
So you're saying for eating, and you're saying it's for toys. So what is it?
You use a knife to eat, but he might like to melt them and make little ponies with it. You never know, he might be a brony.
So why are you saying two separate things then?
It's the same thing. One, it's a knife. It is a cutlery utensil to eat with, but you can always remold plastic into any shape you want to turn it into a toy. So it is both.
Okay, Mr. Eagle, have you got anything further to add?
Sorry?
Have you got anything further to add?
No.
Your Honor. Okay, we'd like to...
Your Honor, that plastic legs have to be so good.
No, because you're not called as a witness in this case, so no.
Eagle had asked me as representation in the beginning.
Yeah, but you're not a registered lawyer, so unfortunately you're not able to represent anyone. Okay, Mr. Eagle, if you'd like to take a seat, please. I'd just like to get Mr. Big P's side of events, if you could step forward.
Hello, Mr. Judge.
Okay, hello.
So on the day he's mentioned, what happens is we were patrolling around the area. We heard some shots fired. We attend the area where Mr. The Eagle Eye and two of his accomplices were there. They say that they got robbed. They owned a vehicle at the time, but full of bullets. Because they don't got any evidence of who robbed them, we left the area. 5 minutes later, we hear shots again from the same area, so we returned to the area where 3 CLPD, I want to mention I belong to the Sheriff's Department. When we got there, the 3 CLPD officers got them handcuffed on the ground. At that point, I put them inside the patrol vehicle that it's not mine, but it's Crombie's. When we got into the vehicle, the other officer say, "Oh, we're gonna take them to the impound lot and crush them," and say, "Ah, nah, come on, okay, let's do it." But as a joke, when we got there, I didn't realize that he actually was serious about it, so I actually jumped out of the vehicle. Even myself, I got trapped inside the crusher itself, but I managed to escape alive. Then I got out of the truck. I called for backup, but backup didn't arrive because they were doing a checkpoint builder. A checkpoint, sorry. Bambi went down to the checkpoint, Mr. Eagle Eye. He was complaining and pull out what it looked like to be a gun, but I not guarantee 100%. So one of the officers started hitting me with a purple dildo he just found on the floor. Again, I don't know where the purple dildo come from. At the same time, I saw he was pulling out a gun. So I armed myself with the first thing I got to hand, and that was my knife I used to make my sandwiches in the morning. It's a plastic knife, so it can't hurt anyone. So I start hitting him with it to stop him to hurt himself or anyone else. At that point, someone dressed as an EMT with a mask, I can't recognize his name or who he was, show up from behind, and like my lawyer Armatech says, make a incision in the back of his neck and kills him.
Okay, Mr. Goffley, you got any questions for Mr. P?
I've got something to...
You mean Eagle?
Yeah.
Eagle, sorry.
Yeah, okay, so if people were hitting me, etc., and bringing to the car crash, why didn't you say anything about it? You're the officer here.
I did. I called for backup. I'm not Rambo. I can't stop another officer. He had guns. I don't want to get shot. He obviously was serious.
Okay, so it's you against your partner, officer here. Like, you told him to stop. Why didn't I hear it then? Like, you told him to stop.
Officer Big P? Oh, yep. God, he just asked you a question of why didn't he hear you?
Wait, who didn't hear me?
Why didn't saying stop to Officer Scrumby?
Because I tell him over the radio. I don't know why you can't hear me. I don't know. Maybe because the noise of the crasher, maybe?
So you basically participated at the crime with Scrumby,
no,
otherwise you would have jumped in front of him or anything like that.
I did. I jumped in the crasher and I got caught in the crasher with yourself. Fortunately for me, I didn't die. Your bones are much stronger than mine, and kind of your body stopped my body from being crushed.
Okay, but still, I didn't hurt anything. But after that, like with a knife, why do you
plastic
people,
knife?
Like, yeah, why do you do that to people?
Mr. Big
Like,
P,
you need
sorry
to be...
to interrupt. Can you please restrain Mr. Flopfoot over there and hold him to the call?
It was an absolute accident. I was trying to run out the room.
I saw, I saw you pulling out of your pocket what I believe to be a weapon. So I reacted, and because I was making my sandwich because it was lunchtime, I just decided to stop you with it to stop taking your weapon and maybe hurt yourself or hurt myself or anyone else around the area.
Do you have evidence that I pulled out a weapon? Because the only thing I pulled out was like a stick, just a wooden stick.
Well, at the time, as you know, I'm a police officer. When someone is in front of me and put the hands in the pockets and pull something out, I don't really know what it is. By own experience, it's a decision of a matter of seconds. I cannot just wait.
Can I just ask a question from both of you gentlemen? Does anyone have any, GoPro footage or mobile recordings from
I
the
did,
day?
but my dog ate it this morning.
It's pretty much
I bought a GoPro after the incident, Mr. Judge.
Do you not have any further,
after
images or anything like that, Mr. Eagle?
I've got witnesses, but they are not on this moment.
Well, that's not good enough, is it?
Okay. Have you got any further questions for Mr. BP?
Yeah, so you're saying, like, I was putting my hands in my pocket and pulling something out. So you're basically saying if someone is at a bank, right, and he pulls out money out of his pocket, you can see that, or you maybe think it's a weapon and he is robbing the bank, so you will also, like, immediately go with a knife towards him.
If he's at the same time is complaining about the police and say
maybe he just had a ticket. Maybe he just needed to pay the ticket and get the
user left your channel.
When he puts his
Why is my cock still out? What the hell?
Oh
my cock not gone.
Because you guys put me in a car crusher.
Okay, come here.
I didn't put you anywhere. if you can prove that I put you in a car crash, I present the Boltons.
I've proved
I
that.
kill you
You're still in my
for
cock.
anyway.
Yes, I'm
I've
trying to.
proved that you also involved with the crime.
Yeah, look, I'll do it.
Because I call it a crime. I lost my goddamn legs for it. I lost half my life to it.
Okay. If you can prove that I done any wrong to you at all,
You got a turd.
I didn't get your dick.
What
I
you
have
did
to
wrong
film
to me
myself
was
doing that because
if you're saying you were
It'll be all good. Don't worry.
why
Don't worry.
didn't
Don't
you
worry. It'll be funny.
saying anything to Scrumby like stop or why
I
didn't
don't
you
know why you cannot hear. I just don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Maybe your test.
Okay, gentlemen, as I said, without kind of evidence, this is pretty much, you know, he said, your word against his at the moment. Have you got any questions for Mr. Big Paycheck?
I've got a question. No questions for Big P, but I do have a question for the Eagle Eye.
Excuse me, you have your penis out.
I took too many Viagra last night, unfortunately.
Yeah, his zipper will not close at first.
Mr. Eagle Eye, you say you were ghost busting in the town of Westport. I would like to I would like to ask. You're a cunt, got flavour.
Mr. Paycheck, please.
Oh my god.
Right.
I apologize, sir. I just.
Put his penis away.
We're crying. Anyway, right, can I just ask this question real quick? You said you were ghost busting in Westport. Do you have a license to ghost bust?
do you need a license to ghost bust? And if you do, where can you fucking get it? Because I
Well,
searched on the internet, but I couldn't find anything about
You
it.
need permission from the CLPD in order to have a weapon out in a public area or public city.
We didn't have a weapon out. It was just like a ghost scared my friend, and he then put his weapon out and shot in the air.
Okay, well, what ghosts are in the air? I'm just the evidence you've provided of ghost busting. I'm just trying to.
You can also ask other people from the CLPD at that time when we got arrested. Also, random car alarms went off at that area.
Okay, alright, no, that's cool. But in future, if you need to ghost bust, please make sure that you contact the authorities to let them know that that's what you're doing.
Okay.
I've got no further questions for Eva.
I just want to give you a piece of advice to the. Yeah, I mean, you know, bullets don't do anything against ghosts.
Uranium bullets do.
It was
Okay,
never
everyone
saying,
can,
so you should tell to my
remain
friend.
seated. This is turning into a bit of a fuckfest.
Everybody, please sit down.
You never watched the Ghostbusters?
Oh, my penis went right up my own arse.
Mr. Eagle Eye, would you like to make your closing statement?
Sorry?
Would you like to make your closing statement?
Yep.
There, step forward, please.
User left your channel.
Okay, so basically,
User joined your channel.
I got crushed. I lost half of my life. The CLPD, or Big P especially, said that he wasn't hitting me, or he wasn't, how do you say it? He didn't want it to hurt me, but he tried to stop the other officer. But still, I couldn't hear anything about stop
User
or
left your channel.
about don't do it. Or
User joined your
He was
channel.
just laughing about it. And I just lost half my life with it. So I would like to get a compensation for that. And being out with a knife towards civilians as a police officer is not professional. He shouldn't have
User left
done
your
that.
channel.
That's the
User
end of
joined
my
your
section.
channel.
Okay, Mr. Almasak, have you got any
Yeah,
closing statements, sir?
Yep. Basically, hello, hello, judge, and hello, jury and witnesses. What I would like to bring to the attention of the court is that not only has Mr. Eagle Eye claimed he was ghost busting, of which he has no permit for. He admits he wasn't the one shooting, but again, he was said he was ghost busting without a permit. He has no evidence to back up any of his claims other than a couple of screenshots of him in a human centipede with two of his friends. What he gets up to his own time is absolutely up to him. That is his own life. The actual case he's bringing up against Mr. P isn't anything to do with Mr. P, other than Mr. P's circumstantial positioning of where he was at the time of when it happened. The other officer that was involved wasn't brought to court, and I believe it's now too late to bring him to court. So my belief is that this should be completely thrown out, wiped the floor with, and has no circumstantial evidence to press any charges on any party. And that's the end of my statement.
Okay, you may have a seat. Before the trial started, I did get Mr. NJ to do the full medical assessment on Mr. Eagle. I'd just like to hear from him before I dismiss everybody. Let's step forward, Mr. NJ. Or is it Marcel?
It's CJ actually.
Or CJ.
Close enough to
Sorry,
be
my bad.
J's.
Yeah, if you can step forward, please.
There's a J in the name.
Kill him, Tiger.
They said it's like your professional medical opinion on your assessment you performed earlier on.
There was no stab wounds or anything that located on the front of the body. The person told me that he actually sought medical attention from a non-licensed physician. It was not from an EMT. I could not tell if there was any injury as far as like from that. He seems to have complete full function of his legs with the replacements that he received from someone that was not an EMT. Could not locate any. He walks like a normal person.
Okay, Mr. Eagle, have you got any questions for Mr. CJ?
Nope, not so far.
Have you got any questions, Mr. Tech?
So you say he walks normally. Now, he said he has a prosthetic leg, and when I examined it at the beginning of the case, he has a human leg. Am I to understand that he has had a donation of an organ from someone and they've replaced his leg, or what's going on there? Because it definitely looks human.
According to him, he had prosthetic legs put in. Based off what I could look at, again, I did not do any surgical examination, just a look on the outside, is that it may be some type of like fake cast rubber type thing. It is not, in fact, an actual human leg.
Okay.
It's not something that the EMT service provides, so it's not something I'm familiar with, as he got it from an unlicensed person.
Okay, right, thank you very much. That's all I wanted to know.
Mr. CJ, you may be seated. I'm just going to deliberate for a few minutes, gentlemen, and I'll be back shortly with my decision.
All rise.
Let's work out that, CJ.
Oh shit, stain on your trousers.
Got cum stain on yours.
My cock's vanished. Yeah, the Viagra's run out. Mr. Officer, you've left the door open. Got some whispering going on over here, or what?
No, nothing.
Yes, I'm here to comfort my.
It was just like.
I see your leg again, just out of curiosity,
Yeah,
because.
Go ahead.
Are you medically qualified?
Can you?
Leg arm attack?
Well, he wasn't even medically qualified to be put on these bodies, so let's not even go there.
Well, we just know it wasn't an EMT. It wasn't
Mr.
one of
Tech,
these.
it's really hard to take you seriously when you got your pecker hanging out.
It's still hanging out.
Oh, it's gone. That was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off right there.
I fucking lost my shit, dude.
Dude, I've still got tears running down my face.
I tried to walk out, but that door's locked.
That was the funniest fucking thing I've seen in ever. Just serious Tech with his dick hanging out.
Oh, that was fun.
Was that
Hey,
fucking
Tech,
you, Flav?
I think you have found a new calling, my friend.
No, it's too much strain. Stresses me out. I need a fucking piss, like, massively.
But you're good at being a lawyer. You're good at it, so.
I don't know. I don't think I am. It's only the second time I've ever done it. I just got roped into it this morning.
Oh my god.
I mean, the whole damn courtroom was laughing. You're up there being serious, taking your dick's just waving around.
I
was
checked
winking.
about 6 times while I was up there talking to see if I had to take a piss or not, but I couldn't do it.
Silence, everyone sit.
Oh, you're an idiot, Pete. It's everyone's stand.
Everyone, yeah, whatever. Sit down.
Oh, I think I broke my middle mouse button.
We've got narcolepsy spread and everyone seems to want to take a nap.
Would you like a cup of coffee, Judge?
No. Need something stronger than that after this.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Eagle. A few issues with your case, which I think are pretty obvious. The first major one is you've named it against the wrong officer and the wrong individual. Secondly, you've literally got no evidence to back up your claims apart from a screenshot of the people being detained. Although I do agree that you do have a prosthetic leg, there's no way of proving how you sustained the injury, which, you know, how you got that prosthetic leg. So basically, I'm just going to be dismissing this case and awarding no damages today. So, court is dismissed.
Rabble! Right. Rabble.
So I would suggest you maybe in future to purchase a GoPro, as that may help you in future.
Yeah, I just bought a GoPro after that.
Okay, gentlemen.
Now that the case
Payment, please, sir.
you say association is
Well.
still legally incriminating.
Big P, let's forget this all.
You spat on me!
So wouldn't Big P's association with criminal make him
Stand up.
legally liable?
Shit.
Mr. Big P, that was like the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, my GoPro even captured your bad acting though. It actually had a little bit of a smell bubble come off of it.
Eating utensil and
Diabolical.
Nice try, but
when
you
you
know,
say
bad
should not be
timing.
used to intimidate a civilian, don't you think that
Anyway,
is highly
Mr. P, I believe you owe me some money.
for detaining
Yep.
equipment, detaining civilians, and that they were using
Why didn't it
non-legal
you know?
PD-issued standard equipment for this job?
What else, CJ? You want to head back to base?
Yeah,
I
about
would say that what Big P
we don't
did
have
was
wheels here.
badgering of a civilian.
I was gonna see if this
I can hook you up with some temporary wheels if you wish.
Outside of the, PD.
that would be awesome.
Ask
Thank you
that
for the
he
service,
Get it
sir.
cleared out.
That's okay, sir. I believe you need to go and walk the dog and all that kind of stuff
Yes, I
now.
do.
Have a good evening and thank you for your time.
Is that what you call it?
Thank you.
Armatech walking the dog? You're gonna go have a wank, aren't you?
I'm all good, mate. I've got a wife. I don't need to have a wank.
We all know we still wank.
No, I don't.
Judge, sir.
You gotta have a bit of ammo in your sack before you can be having a wank, and mine are empty.
No comment.
Did you hear that? I'm sorry, but was there someone laughing in the background?
Did sound like someone was laughing.
I thought that was you, Tech. I'm like, is your wife listening? Do you hear that?
No, it was someone on the other end. It wasn't me. How did you just get through the fucking wall?
I don't know. I just ran through the wall. That's awesome.
See, this is
ninja.
why I said I was seeing.
You mind if I use your ATM?
Fucking man keeps running through walls
Yes, sir.
for me.
You
I
may
just
use the ATM.
I just earned $500,000. That's quite good.
Hey, Nikolai.
Yeah.
Oh, Tech, hold on. When you died at the fire department, I actually took your money from you.
Alright.
Oh right, it's like that, is it? It's admittance to theft, is it?
No, you left it there, so I was gonna give it back to you.
I can represent you in court if you wish.
What?
I can represent you in court if you wish.
No, I don't. I'll just give you the 100K.
I think the cement on this floor is set properly. I seem to have sunk.
What the fuck, Paul?
Flat.
Does anyone have to take a piss right now?
No, I did mine in the courtroom.
Flatfoot.
Yes, sir.
It's possible to do ride along. I still need to do that.
Right, I need to go for a wee.
I'm going to be taking off here in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a very, very angry wife at the moment.
It's alright, man.
But tomorrow, if I'm on, I'll be on up 6 hours or so. I mean, if you're still on or around.
The record.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on at the same time though, but.
The record continues that we can't make it through a single court case without a cop taking a shit in the corner.
Hey, that was an accident. I was actually trying to exit the door and I clicked the wrong fucking menu button.
I saw someone else taking a shit in the back too after that.
That was. I actually feel bad because I take court pretty seriously.
User left your channel.
Wasn't that you arrested? What was it? Clicker took a shit last time.
User disconnected from your channel.
Be a part of like that.
All right.
I mean, court's a little boring, but it was fun as hell.
Okay, so
I hope there's no hard feelings, Flat. I just wanted a trial.
Let's open. Can you open the door, please?
Fuck the system. Oh yeah, when are wheelchairs coming in? Porsche? Try something with wings. Shit, dude, I'm not gonna be able to afford my new Porsche, man.
Hey,
Sam, just start putting the car now.
Yo.
I'll give it a look.
you all right?
Yeah, I'm just buying some food. I'm starving here.
You guys need a vehicle to get back to EMT?
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you a lift because I can get a chopper out?
Yeah, no
Hey,
problem.
thank you very much, Mr. Tech, for your representation.
That's alright, mate. End of the day, it needed to be sorted, and it was actually quite fun, believe it or not. A bit stressful for me, but it was fun. Well,
You did a
there's...
fine job. You didn't show any stress, I'll tell you that. So.
I try.
That's your new calling, though, man. You make an excellent lawyer.
Cheers.
You should try to represent the people making the case, because it's usually
User
against
joined your channel.
CLPD
User
or
left
like,
your
you know,
channel.
Daytime.
Oops, wrong one.
It's usually against like CLPD or EMTs, so you know
Well,
it's
the
a little
problem with
harder.
that is they don't have the money to pay these lawyers the exorbitant fees that we can pay.
And also, I've got to try and remain unbiased. If I'm representing the PD multiple times, then I can't really be representing the criminals at the same time, because there's going to be a conflict of interest there.
True.
All right, guys. He's got a helicopter out, so I'll let you guys out so you can go.
You coming for a fly, or...?
Yeah.
What's that?
User
We come
joined
for a
your
fly?
channel.
No, I'm gonna probably. I have to go because my wife is screaming at me.
Okay, mate. Alright, take care.
Yeah, we all got shot in the leg inside trying to save you, and then you got away. Nah, we were...
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Good
very
day.
much for your services, sir.
No worries, mate. Where's the other EMT gone? Do you have an EMT log?
CJ, where are you?
Have a nice day.
See you, man. It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was entertaining, without a doubt.
It was, thank you for doing it.
That's alright.
See you around, man.
See you around, mate. Have fun.
He's down the road for some reason.
What, at Workman's?
Oh.
Maybe you got
Sorry,
inside...
man, he's coming back now, I think.
Maybe you got into a car. Anyway, I'll get a chopper out for you.
User left your channel.
I guess Paul was giving the other EMT a ride and they just crashed.
Well, I can't use my fucking chopper for some reason. Okay, that is really weird. I've got no power control for my engines.
It's not out of gas, is it?
No, I just spawned it in. Give me a second. My game keeps crashing when I'm doing it single player. And it's probably broken. Just wait a second. Oh, my collective raise has been changed to left shift for some reason. Oh, what the hell? All my settings are all fucked. Left pedal, apparently. Right, change that to Q and left pedal.
User joined your channel.
Right, there we go. I got it. Don't know if I got them all set up right yet. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Oh boy.
I'm just setting up my fucking controls. That's all. Just give me 2 seconds.
Alright, no problem.
User left your channel.
Right, let's try this again. So, where are they?
I'm not exactly sure. I guess CJ's like, hold on a second. CJ, are you on radio? Alright, so Tech's flying me somewhere right now. Are you, what are you, where are you, and what's your transportation to the fire department? Paul's giving a lift now, but it sounds by the screams of CJ like they crashed again.
You know whereabouts? Can you look on your map markers?
It's, they're already almost at fire department. They're like in between the, Haram, which is the town right to our right, or to our left.
Okay,
yeah, they're
on my.
basically at fire department now.
Okay, on my now.
Oh god, I forgot how crazy you fly. I hate flying.
Why do people persist in contacting me on the fucking forums? People not realise what chain of fucking command is?
Help, help, help! Oh boy. Nice flying.
You hear me?
You.
I need to buy a new fucking mouse.
Oh boy. Oh, the wheel?
Yeah, I can't. It's been happening the last 2 days now.
Ooh, there's a Nissan.
Just glowing paintball.
Are you doing a super loot spawn by any chance, or is this from earlier?
The loot spawn and one of them's yours, I think.
Yeah, one of them is yours, I think.
Yes.
Should have scanned for items.
MK12.
Oh, my ammo's gone. You doing a loot spawn, or are you waiting for it to collect?
I haven't done that yet.
I'll
If you want to do
start-
that, and I'll get some guns and a few bits and bobs.
Yeah.
You know, make it a bit more. You'll probably scan quicker than what I will anyway.
Do you want to do an announcement out to tell people that there'll be a loot spawn too? Because it normally stops people logging. Well, thanks for watching the stream, guys. I am going to shut it down now as I need to do admin stuff, and yeah, good night.